Hi, my name is Emily Craig, and I am here to discuss a school improvement plan in accordance with William Wood University's EDU 530 class and comprehensive assignment. Currently, the Raymore Peculiar School District has a need for reflection in regards to engagement and effectiveness when it comes to teaching and students. The reason for this is because it is imperative that teachers understand what causes students to be either engaged or disengaged within a lesson. It's important for teachers to recognize when students become disengaged and how to get them back on track. Otherwise, failure to do so is failure to teach effectively. Additionally, this reflection is needed because feedback is vital to student achievement and engagement, yet, many teachers do not understand how to effectively provide meaningful feedback to their students. Feedback in regards to what will help them propel themselves as learners and be able to take control of their learning. The two strategies that we are going to look to discuss today come from Hattie's book, Visible Learning for Teaching. So the first strategy is processes are in place for teachers to see learning through the eyes of the students, and teachers are aware of and aim to provide feedback relative to the three important questions: where am I going, how am I getting there, and where to next. To start with strategy one, learning through the eyes of the students. Currently, there's a need at Raymore Peculiar High School because there is no strategy or plan to see learning through the eyes of the students. Yet, according to a study by Nuttall, only 30% of what occurs among students is seen by the teacher in the classroom. That means that 70% of interactions amongst our students goes unnoticed, and that's just unacceptable when it comes to student engagement. As a result, teachers need to develop with itness and make meaning of the lesson apparent to their students. With itness refers to the teacher's ability to know what is going on in his or her classroom and let students know that they are noticed. It gives teachers that eyes in the back of their head reputation that so many teachers have earned over the years. Additionally, if students have a genuine interest in the purpose for their learning, they'll be more likely to become engaged in the subject at hand. Therefore, we need to understand why and when students aren't learning and help them re-engage in our classroom. Continuing on the idea of students understanding the purpose for their learning and what's expected of them, comes strategy 2. Teacher provides meaningful feedback. When asked what their goals are in learning, students typically respond with answers that have little to do with mastery of subject, which overall is our goal as teachers. This means that they don't understand the purpose of the lessons being taught. Failure to understand purpose from our students leads to disengagement because they often set goals that are easier than mastery. If we allow our students to set these goals, then we're allowing them not to fully engage in the lesson. When students fail to set mastery goals, they fail to become independent and take charge of their own learning. In order for these strategies to take part in Raymore Peculiar School District through our mission, they need to be implemented in two ways. First comes through professional development opportunities. Teachers need to be given time to break down the learning targets with their collaborative teams and discuss what mastery of those targets look like. Before we can share this information with our students, we have to be sure that we're all on the same page as a team. Additionally, teachers need to discuss what strategies they are going to utilize to give their students the opportunity to determine the next step, where they're going, and how they're getting there. Teachers can discuss the answers to the following questions: where do these strategies fall in the rigor and relevance framework, and who is doing the work? One of the biggest things teachers need to understand is that true learning comes when students are doing the work. And through these professional development opportunities, teachers can determine what that looks like and how they're going to go about doing that. Additionally, teachers can look at how they are going to make these strategies effective. After taking advantage of professional development opportunities, it will be up to the teachers to fully implement these strategies in their classroom. They can do so by making their standards clear. Currently at the Raymore Peculiar High School, Teachers post their power standards and learning targets on their whiteboards. However, few teachers actually take the time to break down the learning targets with their students. Therefore, they're just decorative posters on a board. Teachers need to go over the targets with their students and discuss what mastery of those targets look like, as well as identify the steps they're going to take to get there. If students understand the purpose for learning, then they're more likely to buy into the learning process. Allowing students opportunity to provide their own feedback regarding the effectiveness of the lesson will also help them engage in what's happening in the classroom. Additionally, teachers need to provide opportunities in the way of various strategies for students to initiate dialogue and take charge of their learning. Examples include live binders, students blog, in-class debates, etc. The more that students are discussing with each other and their teacher, is more that they will be engaged in the learning process. As it has been shown, these strategies are imperative to increase student learning and success at Raymore Peculiar High School. Actively discussing the lesson with colleagues and students will provide students a sense of ownership, which will therefore increase student engagement. As a result, it is requested that the Raymore Peculiar School District set aside significant time during professional development days to discuss feedback opportunities and how to implement strategies. Give collaboration time to discuss learning targets and determine what mastery goals should look like amongst collaborative teams. This can be done through curriculum pull-out days in which the district provides substitute teachers so teachers can plan and work together on their curriculum and standards, and provide training workshops for various strategies in regards to providing feedback. Thank you so much for taking the time to view this video and consider the effect that these strategies can have on our district.